Hi, this is Steve with Jetters Northwest here, and I'm standing in front of the Eagle-300 4018 model trailer jetter. And this is what we call a 2-engine, 2-pump jetting system. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the merits of 2-engine, 2-pump jetting systems, the reasons why and where they came from. As I said, this particular one as a 4018 is 18 gallons per minute at up to 4,000 PSI. And it basically is 9 gallons a minute plus 9 gallons a minute. You can run either or 9 gallons a minute, or you can run them both and get 18 gallons a minute to have more jetting power. And the main reason for this is versatility, but it also offers some other benefits. So where did this 2-engine, 2-pump idea come from? Well, years ago, 15 years ago or so, we had a school district that had a trailer jetter with a smaller single-engine, single-pump setup. And it was great for doing their facilities lines, their small sewer lines, their lots of lavatories. They loved it for that, but they wanted to be able to do their larger lines, especially storm lines in all the parking lots and off of all the playfields. So they asked us, how can we get more power? And we came up with the idea of just adding a second pump and engine to basically stay at the same pressure, but double the flow. And as you know, when you shop for jetters, you pay for flow, you pay for gallons per minute. Well, we did that, they loved it. So after that, we did a couple more custom ones. We decided to make a product out of it, which has become the Eagle-300 or Eagle-600 dual engine systems. And that particular school district liked the results so much, they bought a second jetter 5 years later, just like what you see right here. Well, before we move further and talk about the merits of the 2-pump, 2-engine system, you might be asking, why not just use a big engine and a big pump that covers the whole range of things? And that's a very good question. One reason right off the bat, we realized when we did the custom system that we'd created a very economical and lower cost entry system that had full power of something that might have a big diesel engine. And beyond that, in today's engines, these are both 31 horsepower, so we have a combination of 62 horsepower. These are advanced engines. Very much like your vehicle engine. They are fuel injected, they are liquid cooled, which means they have a radiator and a cooling system, a water pump. They are overhead valve engines. They simply turn the key and start them just like your car. There's no carburetor, there's no choke. These are advanced engines. They're very reliable. They're all over the power equipment industry, and there is no reason that you shouldn't use them on an industrial jetting system like this. And comes in at a more economical and lower price starting point, but also giving you longevity and versatility. Another great reason for a 2-engine, 2-pump jetting system is to minimize downtime. So what do I mean? Well, here obviously we have 2 pumps, 2 engines. We can run on them individually, which means we've got a built-in redundancy. If this engine or pump fails or has any issues, we can run indefinitely on the second pump and engine. We could just finish that job and then go back and get this one serviced, or we could run for a week or two until we're ready to have this one serviced. It doesn't matter. Each one of these pumps and engines stands on its own 2 feet. Another point is, being that these pumps are a little bit smaller, they're a lot easier to find a service center that's comfortable to work on them. The parts are considerably less expensive and usually more readily available. And same with the engines. These are Kawasaki's, we use Kohlers, we use Subaru. These are easy units to find service centers to work on in just about any populated area. And being that, again, they're fuel injected, just a very reliable engine to work with. Let's go to the back end now and show how this affects you as the operator at the tail of the jetter. One question I do get asked about a 2-engine, 2-pump jetting system is, isn't that complicated? Is it hard to coordinate? And the answer is no. Basically, everything is singular in operation. What I mean by singular is there's a single throttle, there's a single jetting on and off, there's a single pulsation control. Whether you're running one engine up to 9 gallons a minute, or you're running both engines to get up to 18 gallons per minute. The only thing that there is 2 of is the starters. Whether you're running keys or the wireless remote control, you either choose to start one engine, and that allows me to throttle up to 9 gallons per minute, Full pressure regulation up to 4,000 PSI. If I want more flow, simply start the second engine. And now I can throttle up to 18 gallons per minute. And again, full pressure adjustment range. And I can pulsate the line at any time. And you may ask, well, if you have a big hose like this, why would you run just one engine? And you're right. This hose, you're basically running both engines all the time. When you're running on the full size hose, you can get a good flow rate out of it. But so many of you guys and gals make a lot of money jetting with mini hoses. This is a 1/4 inch hose, or you might have a 3/8 hose, or a small trap jetting hose. There's no reason to try to put 18 gallons a minute through that small of a hose. So you can just run one engine, fully adjustable in that lower flow range to accommodate these smaller hoses. And that way you don't have to bring a diesel engine all the way down to idle and run it really where it doesn't want to run. You can run these engines in different places where they're very comfortable and very effective for a lot of different types of jetting as you're out there doing those jobs. Appreciate you listening. Again, this is Steve with Jetters Northwest. Just wanted to cover the 2-engine 2-pump system and get you more comfortable and more familiar with it. Again, this is Steve Jones with Jetters Northwest. Thanks so much for watching today. Check out more of our videos on our YouTube site. Just search Jetters Northwest. And check out our website, jettersnorthwest.com. Thanks again, and happy jetting.